In today's video, we're going to talk about key phrases about the word door. We will discuss all these adjectives: open door or closed door or shut door. We're going to discuss all these adjectives, and then in the latter part of the video, we're going to discuss all these phrases. First, we're going to talk about adjectives we can use with the word door. We can have an open door or closed door or a shut door. This is an open door and this is closed door or shut door. Example sentence says, I hope Nancy is in her room. See, the door of her room is open. I hope Nancy is in her room. See, the door of her room is open. Locked door or unlocked door. Locked door is when you cannot open it without key. You cannot go in. This is locked door. Somebody has put a lock on it. And when an unlocked door, it is open. You can go inside. Example sentences: the thief entered the house through an unlocked door. The thief entered the house through an unlocked door. Next we have main door, back door, front door, rear door or side door. This is your room or house, right? The door here, it is your main door. This door, if you have a door here, this is a side door. If you have a door here, side door. If you have a door here at the back of the building, right? So you're gonna call it back door or rear door. You can also call this front door, or if it is your main door, you can also call it main door. Example sentences are: who opened the main door? Who opened the main door? I knocked at the front door, but there was no answer. I knocked at the front door, but there was no answer. The family normally uses the back door. The family normally uses the back door. Next we have inner door, internal door, external door, or outer door. Inner door is inside your house, right? The doors that are inside your house, doors of different rooms, right? So they are all inside. So you call them inner doors or internal doors. And any door that leads to outside of a building, right, like this. So this is external door or outer door. Example sentences: be sure to lock the external door when you leave. Be sure to lock the external door when you leave. Big door or great door or a huge or massive door, they all refer to big, how big the door is. A heavy door refers to any door that has lots of weight, right, that is very heavy. A big door is usually very heavy, like this door. Example sentences: the castle had a very big and heavy door. The castle had a very big and heavy door. We can have a narrow door or wide door. Narrow door is when the distance like this is very small, right? We call it a narrow door. And then we have a wide door. A lot of space is there, like this, right? Example sentences: the back door of the house is very narrow. I can't easily enter the house by that door. The back door of the house is very narrow. I can't easily enter the house by that door. That is very narrow. I cannot enter it by using that door. In different buildings, you can have automatic door that opens and shuts easily. As soon as you approach near the door, it opens or shuts automatically. Then we have folding doors. They fold open or they fold close. Then we have revolving door. They revolve like this. You revolve and open and shut like this. Then we have sliding door. It slides to one side to open, and then you slide it again here to shut or to close, right? So these are different doors. Example sentences: our office has a sliding door. It opens very easily without much effort. Our office has a sliding door. It opens very easily without much effort. Next, we're going to discuss different verbs that we can use with the word door. You can close the door, you can shut the door, or you can open the door. Close the door quietly behind you when you leave. Try not to slam it. Slam is when you shut it with noise, with lots of force. Close the door quietly behind you when you leave. Try not to slam it. Next is shut the door. It's cold in here. Shut the door. It's cold in here. Next is fling the door open or throw the door open. When you open it with lots of force and noise, right? You may be angry or you may be in a hurry. So you open it with lots of force and lots of noise. Example sentences: the door threw open and Ruth stormed in. The door threw open and Ruth stormed in. Next is, he flung the door open and caught them stuffing a document bag into a briefcase. He flung the door open and caught them stuffing a document bag into a briefcase. They were putting a kind of document in their briefcase when this person came in. He flung the door open. He opened the door noisily and with lots of force. Next is, slam the door shut or bang the door shut. When you close the door very forcefully and with lots of noise. My roommate always wakes me up because he slams the door shut when he leaves for the university in the morning. My roommate always wakes me up because he slams the door shut when he leaves for the university in the morning. Next we have, kids, please don't slam the door shut when you go out. Just close it gently. So the opposite of this, like slam the door or bang the door, is close it gently. You close it without any noise, with small force. Kids, please don't slam the door shut when you go out. Just close it gently. Next we have, pull the door open or close, or push the door open or close. There are some doors you pull them, they open, or at times you pull them, they close, right? And there are other doors, when you push them, they open, or when you push them, they close. She had trouble pushing the heavy door open. She had trouble pushing the heavy door open. Then we have, leave the door ajar or half open. Leave the door ajar or half open. Ajar is when you leave the door slightly open like this or like this. This is what you call ajar. Ajar, right? Ajar. Half open is when it's open half, right? Example sentence is, we left the door ajar so we could hear what they were saying. We left the door ajar so we could hear what they were saying. Next is, lock the door, bar the door, or bolt the door. Lock is when you put a lock, right? Like you can use lock like this, or you can put a lock like this. And bar the door, when you lock the door using a bar like this, right? And bolt, this is what you call bolt. When you close it, when you shut the door using this bolt, you lock it. It can only be opened from the inside, right? Example sentence is, I locked the door and turned out the lights. I locked the door and turned out the lights. She locks and bolts the front door at night. She locks and bolts the front door at night. Then we have unbar or unbolt or unlock the door. Unlock, when you open it using a key. Unbar is when you remove this bar and the door opens. And unbolt is when you open these bolts, right? Example sentence is, the child could not unbar the bolt. The bar was very heavy for her to lift. The child could not unbar the bolt. The bar was very heavy for her to lift. She could not lift this bar because this was very heavy. Then a very common expression, knock on the door or knock at the door. Both are correct. You knock on the door or you knock at the door. You knock the door means when you tell the people that you've come and you are at the door. You knock it. Example sentence says, I always knock on my son's bedroom door before going into his room. I always knock on my son's bedroom door before going into his room. Next we have answer the door. Answer the door. When you open the door because somebody's knocked at the door and you go and see who is there. This is how you answer the door. John raced down the stairs to answer the door. John raced down the stairs to answer the door. Carl answered the door as soon as I knocked. Carl answered the door as soon as I knocked. Next we have get the door for someone. Get the door for someone. When you open it or close it for someone, right? You don't open it for yourself, you open it for someone else, or you close it for someone else. Example sentence is, if you'll get the door for me, I'll carry that box inside. If you'll get the door for me, I'll carry that box inside. Because I'm carrying this box, I cannot open the door by myself because my hands are not free. So can you get that door for me? I want you to open that door for me. Next we have see someone to the door. See someone to the door. It means when you go to the door with a visitor when they leave. Somebody has come to meet you and they are leaving now. You go with that person to the exit door. So you see that person to the door. Example sentence is, my secretary will see you to the door. My secretary will see you to the door. Next we have break down the door. When you break it in order to enter it because you don't have the keys or there is some sort of emergency, you might break it down. Example sentence is, the firefighter had to break down the front door of the flat to get in. The firefighter had to break down the front door of the flat to get in. Next we have hold the door open. Hold the door open. Open it and hold it for someone else, like this child. Can you hold the door open for me while I bring this chair in? Can you hold the door open for me while I bring this chair in? I cannot open this door by myself because I'm carrying this chair. So can you open it for me and hold it for me? Look through the door. Look through the door. It is when you see through the holes of your door on the other side of the door. You look through the door. She looked through the door of the kitchen. Her daughter was at the stove. She looked through the door of the kitchen. Her daughter was at the stove. The door leads to somewhere. The door leads to somewhere. It takes you somewhere. It takes you somewhere. For example, this is the door. When you open this door and you go outside of this door, you go somewhere, right? This door leads to the dining room and the other one opens onto the balcony. This door leads to the dining room and the other one opens onto the balcony. Stand outside a door. Stand outside a door. You may stand outside of a door. Maybe it is locked or for any other reason. He was standing outside the door of the bank, waiting for it to open. He was standing outside the door of the bank, waiting for it to open. Next is at the door. At the door. When you're at the door, there is someone at the door. Could you see who it is? There is someone at the door. Could you see who it is? Next we have door handle or door knob. This is door knob. This is your door handle. You use these to open or close the door. My jacket caught on the door handle as I was leaving the room. My jacket caught on the door handle as I was leaving the room. It got stuck on the door handle when I was leaving the room. This is our last phrase of today's video. Turn the door handle or turn the door knob. When you turn it to open the door. Example sentence is, I turned the door handle and pushed the door open. I turned the door handle and pushed the door open. That's it for today. I want you to subscribe, like, and share this channel with friends and fellows. Thank you.